A controversial football team is coming to town, and not everyone is on board because of their name and mascot.
The National Coalition Against Racism in Sports and Media announced a rally that is going to be held during next week's Vikings game. Jennifer Mayerle at a press conference which just wrapped up, and we're talking about the team from Washington. Jennifer.
We certainly are, and the big issue here is that no one here wants to hear the name Redskins or see their logo when they played the Vikings here on the U of M campus. And at issue is really when it's being played here on the U of M. That group came together today, the National Coalition Against Racism in Sports. They held a press conference calling the name racist and offensive, and they said given university rules against racist mascots, names, and imagery, the name Redskins should not be allowed. There are 11 tribal nations here in Minnesota. Today's panelists made up of American Indian leaders, a student at the U, civil rights activists, and a former Vikings player, all called for a stop of the use of the name. They believe the name and the imagery associated with it promotes a stereotype that harms the community, and they feel it's their responsibility to stand up and make their voices heard.
That's why I'm encouraging athletes to step up and say no more. We're going to take back that imagery, that proudness of our forefathers, chiefs and braves that have actually put their lives on the line out here.
And again, this group plans to hold a No Honor in Racism rally on November 2nd before the Minnesota-Washington game. It will be held nearby here at the stadium at the Tribal Relations Plaza.
What is the city of Minneapolis saying about all this, Jennifer?
The attorney's office for the city of Minneapolis looked into this issue. They researched it to see if anything could be done, and what they found is that they have no jurisdiction over what happens here on campus.
Yeah, it is a state organization, not a city one. Thank you, Jennifer.
Right.